Mi family on Show. Today is a beautiful day here in Freetown, and it's me, Sadinke, and I want to welcome you to this beautiful show called Mi Salon Life. Well, Mi Salon Life is about bringing you the lifestyle and beauty of Sierra Leone. Well, today I'm not here alone. I'm here with a wonderful guest who is going to introduce himself and going to grace this occasion or this beautiful show. This is our very first Mi Salon Life show, and he has honored our invitation, and he's here to actually tell us his salon life. So let's hear from him. I'm not going to introduce him. He's going to tell us about himself. So can you introduce yourself?
Yes, I can. My name is Rakim Khalik, and just a few months ago, January 5th to be exact, I was one of the 22 African Americans that came over from America who received citizenship in Sierra Leone. And since that trip, I've just been blown away by this country. So that's what brought me here back again with the third homecoming. I was part of the second group, second homecoming, and it was one before that. So here I am again with the third group, and they're getting ready to go back soon. So I said, well, let me come over and touch base with who I feel to be the biggest YouTuber, in Sierra Leone. So that's a little bit about me, Rakim Khalik.
Okay, so should I say Mr. Khalik?
Yes.
All right, no problem. Thank you very much. Well, you've heard from him. He has been here 3 times now, right?
This is the second.
The second time. Well, it's just so, well, sometimes I would say strange for some people, but it's also so amazing that you decided to come to Sierra Leone. Among all countries in Africa, why did you choose Sierra Leone?
Good question. Now, initially I hadn't even had no focus on Sierra Leone. My mind was Ghana.
Okay.
So my first trip was 2017.
Okay.
I went to Ghana and just simply fell in love with the people, the culture, the food, just the landscape. And so I was dead set on just going to Ghana. But something in the back of my mind said, were my people actually taken from Ghana and brought to America or enslaved in America? So that question was always in the back of my mind. So at some point I figured, okay, at some point I'll answer that question, but right now let me focus on doing something in Ghana. So just out of the blue, show you how things work. It's how God works, how Allah works. I'm strolling through YouTube, and then I see Dinah Samir. I'm sure you're familiar with him, right?
Yeah, I've seen some of his videos.
So I'm looking at his video about something else, and then a video pop up with Shavonna Frazier.
Okay.
And it was saying something about Sierra Leone citizenship. So I was like, Sierra Leone citizenship? I don't know what's that about. So it was just a recommended. I hit it, saw the video, and said, I think my people are from Sierra Leone. So I did the ancestry test.
Yes.
It came back true. I'm a Mende.
Wow. So have you, so far, okay, you found out that you're a Mende.
Yes.
Can you say any word in Mende?
No, I haven't taken time to learn the language because my mindset is, okay, I can learn better here.
Okay.
So now it's about making a transition to come here. Okay. So if I have boots on the ground, it gives me more incentive to learn the language.
Right. So Daniel's show was actually speaking about Sierra Leone?
No, it was actually, he was interviewing Shavonna.
Okay, Shavonna.
Yes, Frazier. And she was explaining how she received her citizenship a year ago.
Okay.
And so I was interested because I had a feeling that my people were from Sierra Leone, but I wasn't sure. And so then she left her phone number, not her phone number, but her email. And I put together, I mean, it took maybe 12 drafts to send that email to her because I wanted to be perfect.
To be sure.
To be sure, right. So I sent it to her. It took her about maybe a week to get back to me. And then she said, do the ancestry DNA test. So I did it, and sure enough, it came back Sierra Leone, Mende tribe. 99.7% Mende.
All right. So you are achieving the goal of coming to Sierra Leone or your DNA tracing to Sierra Leone. So far, you've been here in Sierra Leone. How has it been? Do you think it's nice? Are there any regrets? Do you feel it's worth it?
Yes, there's absolutely no regrets, because now that question mark in the back of my mind has been answered, one.
Okay.
And then two, some of the things that we do in the States, I see where we get it from now.
Okay.
I see the people moving, I see the people interacting, I see the foods they're eating, I see some of the customs, some of the ways, the mores, and I see we do some of the same things in the state, and I'm thinking that it was just something exclusive to us, but actually I see where we get it from. So no, I have no regrets. I love it here.
Okay, so like being in Sierra Leone, you've experienced so far within 2 months. What do you wish that you think will be in the States there? That you think it's here in Sierra Leone, but it's not there, but you wish it's there?
What I would wish to see is a roots and culture week or a month. I don't know how they would do a day, a weekend, or whatever, to kind of get people to want to have interest in where their family actually comes from. I mean, because we came from somewhere. We just didn't, we didn't. Some people say we did originate in Americas. Some people say we originated in Africa. So it's a debate. As far as I'm concerned, it's earth over here, it's earth over there. So we originated from the earth. So I'm not really breaking it up into, geographical landmass to figure out where we came from. I'm just looking at the fact that we have a shared history, right? And we have a shared blood. So to me, it doesn't matter. I would like to see that in the States, because I don't really see that, like find out what tribe we from, what country we came from. We really don't have a movement like that. We have Black History Month. Okay. And that's basically celebrating all of the Black Americans that have done great things in history, right, on our side of the pond, as we say, but nothing linking us really back to Africa. And I think that's what I would like to see that.
Okay, well, that's very great. There's one thing, coming to Sierra Leone, like you've been interacting with the people, but do you think there are certain cultures or things you wouldn't want, you wish it isn't there? Like now there are some things you wish it's in the States.
Yes.
But here in Sierra Leone, what do you wish that you wish this wasn't there, or this shouldn't be happening?
I would like to see more. I would like to see people work more together. What I see, sort of the same thing in the States. I see a lot of individual shops. I would like to see these people with the individual shops. Let's say if I go down 4 or 5 different blocks, right? I may see 4 people selling water. Okay. I would like to see those 4 people on that block consolidate, right? And then maybe form a corporation and then sell water in larger amounts, and they could bring the price down a little bit more, right? People are selling rice. We go down 4 or 5 blocks, it's 5 or 6 people selling rice. I would like to see those 5 people come together and consolidate and have a rice company. So I would like to see more working together as far as business-wise, is what I would like to see.
It seems you're a businessman there, right?
Yes.
all right.
Absolutely.
That's very great. So, coming next, speaking of being in Sierra Leone, now what all you've seen in Sierra Leone so far, do you think you will want to move here, to bring your business from the States and move here in Africa, Sierra Leone to be specific?
Absolutely, because when I look at the different countries that I've been to, because I've been on a quest to find out where my people actually originated from. So I've been to South Africa, I went to Tanzania, I went to Ghana, I went to Senegal, went to the Gambia, and now I'm here. And what I realized by making the rounds of these different African nations is that this is basically a hidden gem. So it's plenty of things you can do here. The country needs plenty of development. I see a lot of buildings that probably can be renovated. So I see a lot of real estate opportunities. I see a lot of growth when I go to the Like if I'm going out to like toward beach number 2,
Okay.
when I look up on the hills, I see nothing but mega
Bush.
structures being
Okay.
built. So
Okay.
somebody is taking the time to actually invest in the country. So I would like to see more people come back, trace their DNA, and if they find out that they're from any one of the tribes that's here, come back and help be part of the new Sierra Leone. That's what I would like to see.
All right. Anyways, that's very interesting. But well, guys, I believe we have learned a lot from this conversation. But one thing that is really running in my mind is most people here, most youths in Sierra Leone, okay, would love to leave the country right now.
Yes.
Why? From my own observation, you see, I made a video showing a visa-free country. You know, that video is the top with the highest view among all the videos I have on my channel. Like, I was surprised. Why would people, Sierra Leone people, fight for country to leave this country? So, like, that is why I ask: will you really? Do you think it's worth it moving here to settle here in Sierra Leone and do your business? Because it's like. Most Sierra Leoneans, or maybe I shouldn't say most, some Sierra Leoneans feel there isn't that opportunity that they need to make that change in their life. They think they need to move to another place, like the state. Many people are wishing to go there, and well, you are seeing an opportunity here. I don't know what microscope you have. So you see, like, what do you have to say to those people running to go to another country? To leave Sierra Leone specific and get an opportunity, seeing an opportunity out there?
Well, what I would say to those folks who are running to Europe and running to America, Australia, all these different places, be careful what you wish for, because these countries are not easy countries to live in, right? Because you have competition on 10. So if you think competition is here, it's 10 times the competition there. So if you do come, if you are fortunate enough to make it up out the country, now you got to come over there and compete with folks who have, I mean, college, bachelor's, master's, PhD. How are you going to compete with that? And we're talking about folks who've been living privileged lives their whole existence. They went to the best primary schools, they went to the best high schools, they went to the best universities. How are you going to compete against that? So you got to be careful what you wish for. So if you do come and you can't compete on a level, because I can just about gauge if you are not really academic, then you're not going to be able to compete on that level. So when you do come, you're going to have to take basic jobs. So that's basic minimum wage. So if you're going to come there just to do minimum wage jobs, then you might as well stay in Sierra Leone. Because you still got to pay taxes, you still got to buy food, petrol, right? You need transportation, you need a roof over your head, you got light bills, to pay, you have gas, right? You need your phone, and you're gonna need some type of insurance. When you get through paying all those, you're gonna be broke. Flat broke.
So it's like you're only working to pay bills.
You're only working to pay bills. It's basically what they call the hamster wheel. You move the hamster moves the wheel, never gets anywhere.
Wow.
That's how it's going to be unless you're academically inclined.
Wow.
Now, if you are a genius, you got the African mind, and you have a genius mind, then yes, by all means, come over and compete because you can. But if you're not into your books, into your studies, and you just want to come over there and work, it's going to be kind of tough for you.
Well, some people say, like, most times when we converse or interact as youths amongst ourselves, we always say there are a lot of talented people here who are like trying to do something, but yet their talent is not taking them anywhere. But they feel like what we see on the screen, because we aren't there.
Right.
What we see on the screen, people with minimum or small talent, if you have a little talent there, you grow, you blow easily. So like, you've been there. Do you think it is easier that your talent is easily showcased, your talent is easily recognized there compared to here?
No, I don't. The reason being is because just like you have a lot of talent, let's take art for instance. You have a lot of talented artists, right? Probably thousands, right? You come to America, it's millions. So how are you going to compete against that? How easy is it going to be for you to blow up when there's millions of artists there? Some of them have backing, right? They have folks who come and finance them, support them, right? Sponsor them.
Okay.
Because they're in networks. So they basically have a network of the artist community, and they have people that come in that donate money to these guys so they can perform their art. You coming from the outside in, who's gonna back you? Where's your support coming from, right? Where's your sponsorships coming from? Nobody knows you. You're coming from a land that we over in the West would think strange. Your art is going to be looked at the same way. They're not going to understand your art.
Okay.
So how easy is it going to be for you to blow?
So
it's not going to be so easy.
So it's like 1 in a million.
Exactly. Now I'm not saying it can't happen, but if you're just super duper talented, then yes,
it's possible.
But if you're just mediocre or just a slightly above average, you're fighting uphill. You're fighting uphill. You really is. Now, if you got somebody to sponsor you, then fine. Come on over. You got a sponsorship. You can work on your art, and somebody pays all your bills.
Okay.
But if you don't have that, then what?
It's just better to stay in saloon.
Yes. It's better, I would say, to give them a caveat. Work on your talent here,
okay,
and try to export it around the world, not just America. How about doing that? How about do your artwork and then figure out an avenue where you can export it around the world? That way you still don't have to leave Salone, right? Okay. And you still can make money from all around the world. How about that? As opposed to taking yourself out of this space, going over there where you have to really compete.
Yeah, because now like the world is just all together. Just the media has brought us all together.
Yes.
So you can be here and be seen in the States, Australia,
yes,
different part of the country.
Absolutely. So if you get your YouTube channel, you get your Instagram page, get your website, right? And then it's all about self-promotion. Are you going to promote yourself? If you don't promote yourself here, how are you going to do it there? When people there are promoting themselves and they got sponsorships. So you got to be able to compete. If you think you're just going to come over there and you're just going to blow, it's going to be sad. It's going to be sad.
Well, that's very great. Today I have actually learned a whole lot. Thank you very much, Mr. Click. Like it's been interesting. Fellow youths, if you're watching this, well, that is the message. It isn't just easy. It's not just going to happen. You're not just going to appear there and everything changes. Like you appear in the heavens and your name is registered. Okay, you get a house, you get this, you get that.
No.
Like even learning from that. Here, the amount of tax you're saying that you pay there, I'm not sure we pay that much here.
Yes, that's another reason why I would like to come here, because there is 33% of your wage go to tax.
That's
if not more. If not more, because that's just going to the government, and you still have to pay sales tax.
Wow.
You pay your cell phone tax, petrol tax, everything you do tax. So it's really probably 40% of your wage go to tax.
That's a whole lot.
So just imagine whatever you all are making here, you cut that by 40%, and that's going to the government.
It's like you're working for the government.
Yes.
All the work, you just say, okay, here is it.
Yes. Yes.
That's too much. Anyways, that's wonderful. I'm glad to know like both sides, and
yes,
and then I can compare.
Yes.
So if ever I'm thinking of moving anywhere, I can actually make a judgment and say, okay, if I make a decision, I knew what the consequences were.
Exactly.
You know, like that's wonderful. Well, I think we have learned a whole lot, and we're actually coming closer to the conclusion of the show.
Okay.
Okay, now one question. Speaking of the climate or the weather here compared to your own country where you're coming from, the States, it could be any other place, but because what we learned, like some of our relatives saying there will always say, oh, we always love to come to Africa during December period, the Christmas period, because the weather there is too cold that we can't bear it. Is it really that? because we only see in the movies. So today I'm sitting with you. You're coming from there.
Wow.
Is it really that it's hard to live there during those times? Someone told me even if you're out there and you don't have a jacket, your skin might freeze or something like that. Even the breath you take might get an ice.
Yes.
Wow.
I would say yes. I know you all just see it from film, but yes, December, January, February, it's literally freezing. It's so cold where folks that's homeless, like we have homeless here, right? But they don't freeze to death.
No.
In the States, they actually freeze to death because they have no place to go. And we do have shelters, but a lot of them don't feel comfortable living in shelters, so they rather stay out of the shelters for whatever reason, okay? And when we get a really cold snap that comes through, they literally freeze to death. So it's nothing to play with. And I work outside, you know, I'm over the road, tanker, chemical driver. So I'm usually out in that weather and it's nothing to play with.
Wow.
Nothing to play with. And if you do have your skin exposed, yes, you will get what they call frostbite.
Wow. So here
it's a real thing.
It's very comfortable here. But don't you feel hot?
I love it. I'd rather be hot than cold. Because the hot ain't gonna kill me.
Okay.
It's not gonna murder me. It's not gonna kill me. I just get a little shade. I can get an umbrella.
Yeah.
I'm cool, right? And then at the end of the day, when the sun starts to set, it's cool.
Yeah, makes
See,
sense.
over there,
all the time,
it's freezing. And we get maybe 4, well, at least where I'm in Chicago. So in Chicago, we probably get about 3 good months of hot weather.
Okay.
Right? So the rest of that time, it's cold.
Wow.
It's either raining or cold. So I'm definitely looking to get up out of there. If nothing else, for that reason alone, the weather.
Well, it's really nice. Like I'm actually sharing this experience directly, learning directly. This is not a movie. This is not a trailer. This is not just an explanation. It's real here, you know. Well, guys, as we're coming to the end of this show, Miss Salon Life is actually here to share the salon lifestyle with you and the experience of people living in Sierra Leone. As Mr. Click has also shared his experience, and we have also made a comparison about his salon life and the life there in the States. I'm not saying the life there is not good, but he's always telling us that we have opportunities that we should be grateful for, right?
Yes.
And things that we only need to put our minds to and develop it.
That's right.
Right? Yeah. Well, I'm not going to bring about the government issue here because I don't actually love to speak about that. That is meant. But in this topic, it's just about saying how people can actually make a change for themselves, and that is exactly what we are discussing here.
Right.
So, coming to the end of the show, what do you think you can change, or will you want to change, or do you think you can bring that will make a change in Sierra Leone?
Yes, I see a lot of things that can be changed. In the States, we have a lot of codes and regulations. I mean, they're really big on codes and they're really big on regulations. So, say for instance, you're putting a window in, you just can't put a window in. It has to be up to code. And if it's not up to code, then you have somebody come out from the building inspection, the building department, and they will look at that window and see that it's not built to code. They will make you take it out and redo it to code. So what that forces builders to do is to perfect it the first time. So I would like to bring that type of perfection here. I've seen some of the architecture because, I mean, back in the day I used to be a real estate guy, and architecture was like some of the things, just something I like. Okay. If I see a really beautiful building, I admire to see that it's like a painting almost, right? Okay. But when I see certain structures, I see, deficiencies, and I think those deficiencies can be fixed with just a little bit of effort, and we can build and showcase things like you will see in the West. If you see in the West, you see a building, it's going to be almost flawless, right? To the best of the builder's ability. So I would like to bring that here because, I mean, real estate is sort of my thing I've always done. So I want to kind of bring that here. Even though I'm doing trucking in the States, I want to bring real estate here. And a few other things, you know, maybe I noticed when we pass by certain intersections, it's a lot of folks on the side, and they trying to catch the what they call them,
Pura.
Yes, the KKs. They try to get the bikes. They try to, and so I'm thinking, you know what, transportation system is needed here.
Yeah.
So that's something else, just observing and seeing how people kind of like fight to get to a ride to get home from work. And I'm like, in the States, that's something that we really don't worry about because we have the train, we have a bus running, they run every 10 minutes. So every 10 minutes a bus.
Wow.
Every 10 minutes, like clock, you can like set your watch to it. You miss one, you don't worry. You know why you don't worry? Because in 9 more minutes, another one will be coming. So if we had something similar to that here, it can alleviate some of this traffic that I see. So that's just some of the things that I see just off the top of my head.
Oh, that's very, very great. Anyway, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Click. We have actually learned a whole lot.
That's good. That's good.
Before we leave here, since you said you haven't learned any new Mende yet, and I don't know, how about the Creole? Have you learned any new Creole?
No, not Creole either, because I figure I'm a Mende, so I need to learn Mende.
All right. Well,
but I figure I might have to learn Creole too, because that's mostly common.
All right, I'll teach you one word. I'll teach you one Mende word, and I'll teach you one Creole word.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, the most common one I use, maybe we can start with that, is couche.
Couche.
Couche is like saying hello.
Couche.
Am I right, guys? Couche, yes.
Couche. That's pretty easy.
Couche or cabo. Right? So like when you see someone you just want to agree, say couche.
Couche.
Couche is like saying hello.
Couche.
Couche. Couche. The family on a couche.
Couche. Couche.
So yeah, couche. So the Mende.
Okay.
So the Mende is boa.
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 Oh, that's easy. Boa.
Boa. Yeah, boa. BCS. It's like hello, how are you? Boa. BCS.
Boa.
Yeah, boa.
Boa. That's easy.
So at least you've learned something here today.
Yeah,
that is the Me Salon life, you know. It's been wonderful. So we've actually come to the end of this. Thank you very much, everybody. I believe you must have. You're okay now, right?
Yes, I'm okay. I would like to just say a few more parting things.
1 or 2 words.
I would say that take the time to look into your ancestry. And this goes from people from all over the world. If you have melanated skin, you're in the UK, if you're in the Caribbean, you're in America, wherever you are, take the time to look into your DNA to figure out where your people actually came from, and then take a trip. You'll be amazed at what you'll discover.
That's very great. Thank you very much, Mr. Clay. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you actually came for the show. You honored the show. The show is now open. All right, thank you very much, Mr. Click. Really appreciate it that you're actually able to make it today. And guys watching, and you've watched till this end, I appreciate it. And thank you very much. I want to believe you must have learned something. And that is what it is all about. Me Salon Life, as I said, we will be bringing you shows like this. People telling us about their salon life. It's all about the salon life. Isedinke has always started showing you the beauty and positive side of salon. Now we have started something which is called Me Salon Life, and which is Mr. Click has honored the show by opening it today.
Yes. Can I plug my channel?
Yes.
Before we leave, I want to make sure I plug my channel. It is Go Ham Lifestyle Blogs. Go Ham Lifestyle Blogs.
The link will be in the description, and you can go check it out.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Well, that is it, everybody. And if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And of course, when you check his channel, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
That's right.
Yes. And it's me, Isedinke. This video is proudly sponsored by YUA Investment Corp Sierra Leone.